You'll think about leaving. Hey guys. With each other. Is it cool for me to smother the facts? Is it cool for me to cover my tracks? Y'all, I listened to Jasmine Sullivan's new song and it's taking me on a spiral of musica. Y'all remember Life Jennings? Hypothetically, of course. Fighting some tears now with crying now. What's the... Y'all can't hear that, right? Okay. Toby, what are you doing? Okay, we're all shared out on... Ooh, did I share the wrong thing? Ugh. Y'all, I think I messed up. Yeah, I did mess up. Okay. Hey guys. Okay. So I shared out yesterday's live broadcast just now by accident, but I just sent out this one that we're in right now. Don't mind the first one. I'm here right now, okay? Technical difficulties. It happens sometimes. But we are all shared out on Facebook. Let me get this together on Instagram. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. What did I name this thing? Hey, friends. For our protection. What if I told you I lied, but didn't mean it? What was I supposed to say? Hey, Lenny. That's a new name. I haven't seen you here before. Welcome. Whoever's watching on Facebook, hey, say hi so I can say hi to you. Because I can't see who you are until you say hi. We're getting started in about 2 minutes. We have plenty story, and I'm going to leave some time for Q&A at the end. So, get your questions ready. Yeah. Anything good happen today? Oh, did anybody read the new Facebook terms of service? Hey. All right. Hey, Open Arms Cleaning. How you doing, hun? Where did I get this mosquito bite? Hey, Haitian Swag. Yes, I like that. Okay. Hey, Zephyrina. How you doing, doll? Okay. We are getting started in 1 minute. Make sure that you share this out at 8:05. Y'all, if you have not listened to Jasmine Sullivan's new song, Lost One, yet, please go... What? I'm sorry, Open Arms Cleaning. Yeah, if y'all have not listened to Jasmine Sullivan's new song, Lost One, please go listen to it. That girl has a voice blessed by the Father, okay? And I was just listening to, like, her hits and stuff. Jasmine Sullivan should be so much bigger than she is. Her voice is amazing. What I just posted. Okay. Yeah, well, we're going to talk about the new Facebook changes right now because it's 8:05. So it's time for us to get started, okay? I'm hitting record, so let's go. All right, welcome. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Oh, your granddaughter's messing with you. It's okay. Welcome to NPL Legal Dish. We welcome all ages to this show. Tell your granddaughter she can hang out with us. Welcome to NPL Legal Dish. This is my Monday through Thursday live broadcast where I teach business and legal concepts using pop culture and celebrity news. If this is your first time watching and you're like, who is this lady on the internet? I don't know her. Why is she in my face? I'm Natalie Pierre-Lewis. I'm the host of the show, and I'm the owner and operator of NPL Consulting LLC, a business formation firm. What that means is I help people like yourself, hey, Obed, get your business paperwork together. Things like getting your articles of incorporation done with the state, getting EIN numbers and DUNS numbers, making sure you have appropriate contracts, making sure that you have, good hiring policies, that you are able to protect your brand, basic brand protection strategies. I help you do those things, okay? So if you are in the startup phase of your business, or if you want to, or if you have a business idea and you're like, I don't know even where to start, you need me in your life, okay? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm. There you can do many things. The first thing you want to do is book a free 15-minute consultation if you are a first-time client. The second thing you want to do is download the free Biz Launch cheat sheet that will help you choose and start your dream business in 7 days or less. It kind of gives you a roadmap to what things you should be thinking about when you're starting your business. As well, you can subscribe to my YouTube and podcast channel so that you can watch back episodes of this show or listen to it however you choose to consume your media. And as well, at linktree/NPL Consulting Firm, you can see the array of video trainings that I have. So I love video trainings. I love showing people things in real time. So I have trainings on showing you how to get your EIN number, which is a free service provided by the IRS. Do not let anybody charge you anywhere between $75 and $125 to get you an EIN number, and they don't even show you how to do it. I have a training on it that is $59. I believe it's $59. And it not only gets, it shows you how to get your EIN number. So if you want to start any other businesses down the line, because most entrepreneurs start multiple businesses, you will already have that knowledge there, and you'll know how to file your EIN number, okay? As well, there's one on DUNS numbers and operating agreements. So that is what I do, all right? Enough about me. Let's go to the show. So if you are watching this show for the first time, you found me on Spotify. Oh, shoot, okay. That's so funny. I did not know that. I thought you found me on Facebook, girl. But yes, so the way that the show works is I pull stories from the news, stories from blog sites, stories that you guys send me. Zephyrina sent me one today about Facebook because I had gotten the notifications, but I hadn't read it yet. And we take them, we pull the lessons that we can learn as business owners, as entrepreneurs, and we discuss them, okay? So this is a time for all of us to get our questions and comments in. Don't be shy. As long as it's respectful, this is a place for all of us to participate, okay? So tell your friends, bring them on in. We are about to get started. Also, I'm going to leave a few minutes at the end for some Q&A. So if you guys have questions, make sure you have them lined up, because I'm going to give you about maybe 2 to 3 minutes to get the questions in, so I know if we should even go into the Q&A section, okay? All right. So, first story that we are talking about tonight. How many of you guys were here when we talked about the terrible towel story? And if you want a refresher, we talked about if you're a fan of football, you know that there is a team called the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they have these famous yellow towels that they wave around at games. During the pandemic, of course, everybody's trying to make masks. There was a guy out here selling terrible masks. He was calling them terrible masks. They were the same color as the terrible towels, same font, all that stuff. They sent him a cease and desist, and the guy's name, his name is Charles Goldberg. He said no because he had an agreement with the guy who originally owned the trademark for terrible, right? But he didn't have a written agreement. He couldn't provide them any proof that he actually had an agreement with the owner of the trademark that he was allowed to make terrible merchandise outside of towels. Anyway, these two sides have come to an agreement. They have settled. The business owner who was selling these masks, he has agreed to stop selling the masks. He is no longer allowed to, but he cannot use the terrible mark on anything. So no masks, no umbrellas, no towels, no nothing. Yeah, and he has to stop. So now, if you're wondering when I'm saying who owned the trademark, when we talked about this case, the terrible trademark that is used by the Pittsburgh Steelers, it's owned by a nonprofit organization that provides services to intellectually disabled people. So they benefit from this trademark and the Pittsburgh Steelers using it because that money they can use to service the people that they serve. All right. So they have settled that. There's not going to to be any more terrible masks out there, and good for them. So, how many of you guys think that this was a good resolution to this story? If you think this was a good resolution to this story, give me a thumbs up. If you think that Mr. Goldberg should have been allowed to sell his terrible masks, give me a thumbs down. Let me know what y'all think, because you know, you guys are reasonable people. I trust your judgment. Let me know what y'all think. Was Charles Goldberg, did he have a right to sell these terrible masks? Open Arms Cleanings, give me a thumbs up. She thinks that this was a good ending. They settled it out. Charles is no longer going to be making this mask. Any differing opinions? Because I think this was great. Now, this is an organization that, they're out here serving the public, particularly an underserved population, and you're basically trying to take money out of their mouths. What you doing, sir? All right, thank you, Obed. Okay. All right, let's move on to our next story of the evening. So thank you, 76 Grim K, for the thumbs up. Okay. Now, thank you, Zephyrina. Y'all might have noticed, you may have noticed, you may not, that there's an election coming up. Anyway, we all know the election is coming up in November, y'all. And look, it's a fight for our lives. Please look, if you are watching this show, I want you, I have everybody here. If you are registered to vote, please give me a V in the comments. If you are not registered to vote, leave this broadcast right now and go register to vote online, because you can. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very important election. Our options may not be great, but we still have to exercise them. So if you are registered to vote, give me a V in the comments. If you are not registered to vote, leave this broadcast right now and go register online. Please do. All right. Okay. So we know that, the two candidates running for president, we've got the Cheeto and we've got Biden, right? And they have been at odds with each other. Thank you, 76 Grim K and Obed. Y'all are registered to vote. Awesome, right? We know they have been at odds with each other. Thank you, Melanie Parker, for the V. And they've been, trying to tear each other down and doing all this stuff. Well, the Biden campaign has stuck stuck a, what is that thing? When you, they basically gunked up the works. Now, if you didn't know, the campaign slogan for 45's re-election campaign is Keep America Great, right? How many of you knew that? If you knew that that was the slogan for Trump's re-election campaign, please give me a 1 in the comments. I personally don't pay attention to him, so I didn't know what the slogan was. I do my best to avoid having negativity in my life, and that man is a source of negativity. But if you didn't know, Keep America Great is the slogan for the re-election campaign for the current president. So now they applied for a trademark for that phrase, but they never followed through with the application. So remember, when you're filing for an application, when you initially file with the USPTO, right? When they get back to you, they're like, okay, you got 6 months to send us some. You didn't know, Zephyrina? Okay, that's cool. Oh, he's ignored by you. Yes, girl. Yes. Keep your peace. Yes. So they tried it. So when you try and trademark, right? When the USPTO gets back to you, they're like, hey, girl, you got 6 months to show us what you're going to do with this trademark. Trump's camp never did that. They never responded to it. So the application basically was abandoned, right? Biden's camp has purchased the domain for keepamericagreat.com. And not only have they purchased the domain to keepamericagreat.com, you find him hilarious, girl. I find him terrifying. Not only have they purchased the domain keepamericagreat.com, on the website, when you go, they're talking about, all of the Trump's failed policies and things like that. So Biden and his camp have snatched that right up from under the Trump campaign. Now, ladies and gentlemen, why am I bringing this up? Not just because I'm not a fan of the man in the White House right now, but also to let you know that you need to act with haste when you are protecting your intellectual property. Do not wait till tomorrow. Do not wait till next year. Do not wait till next month. Because especially in this climate that we're in, for those of us who are starting small businesses, I'm going to say it till I am blue in the face, right? Big companies are looking for you. They are looking to steal from you. They want to steal your intellectual property because they know you probably don't have it in order. And take it from, the campaign, for re-election for the head of, the United States of America. Anybody can take it. It doesn't matter. We don't care who you are. Intellectual property does not care who you are. If you are not on time and straight with your paperwork and doing what you need to do, you're not going to be able to protect your intellectual property. Thank you, Open Arms Clean. She said, great lesson. Anyway, so go, if you want to check it out and laugh, go check out, hey, K-Rod Lens, go check out keepamericagreat.com and see what Biden's team has to say about the current inhabitant of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Okay? All right. So we are moving on to the meat story that I wanted to talk about tonight. This one was brought to my attention by Zephyrina. I had been getting the notifications, but I hadn't read it yet. But Zephyrina hit me up in the DMs and was like, hey, did you read the new Facebook terms of service? And I was like, no, girl, I ain't got it to it yet. But then I went and I checked it out. I was like, ooh, I got to talk about this tonight. Okay. So thank you, Zephyrina. Now I put a poll in my stories a few hours ago and I asked you guys if you had read the new terms of service, and only 13% of you had. I'm not surprised. Most of us don't read terms of service. I'm pretty much any app that you have ever downloaded on your phone, you have had to sign a terms of service. And I'm pretty sure 99.9% of you haven't read any of those terms of services, right? It's just something that we don't read. But these terms of service are very important for protecting the companies, right? So Facebook has updated their terms of service, and the biggest change has to do with them being able to kind of censor your material. So Facebook has now put in their policies that they can pretty much remove what you put on their platform if they think they might get in trouble. So the actual wording says, we also can remove or restrict access to your content, services, or information if we determine that doing so is reasonably necessary to avoid or mitigate adverse legal or regulatory impacts to Facebook. So what they're saying by that is no, we're not necessarily going to take down your stuff for being untrue or, for being misleading or for just being crazy. We have the right, even though they can do that, but we also have the right to take down your content, your services, your products if somebody threatens to sue us or sanction us. Oh, thank you, K-Rod Lens. I really appreciate that, right? So think about what's happening right now. We just brought up the fact that elections are taking place. Remember the last election, there was all that, what they were saying, there was Russian spies and whatever on Facebook and groups and things like that. Facebook is tired of having to, Mark Zuckerberg does not want to have to go sit in front of Congress again. So Mark Zuckerberg said, if we even get a sniff, a whiff, a twinkle in the eye that somebody's going to try and sue us or try and put some sanctions on us, we are taking your stuff down. We don't care what it's about. We're not examining. We're just taking it down. And that is why I entitled this episode, for our protection, not yours. Facebook is not concerned about the validity of the stories or the products that you're putting up. They are not concerned about, you trying to spread the word. Facebook don't want to get sued. So they have said, if we have even the possibility of being sued by anybody or sanctioned by the government, we can take down your content. Can anybody tell me why that could be dangerous in these days and times? Let me know. Let me know what y'all saying, okay? Why do you think such a policy might be dangerous in such times? Or do you think that it is a smart move by Facebook to do this? What do you guys think? And I wanted to leave this kind of in the middle. If we have time for the last story, we'll get to it. But I really want y'all to think about, what does this mean for us as users of the Facebook platform? We often use it to spread news, to spread, campaign material, to let our friends know, what's happening, recommendations. Why might a policy like this that allows Facebook to take down your material without any proof that it's wrong, but just because somebody threatened legal action against them. Why might that be a problem, especially when we have an election coming up? Nobody has a clue? Okay. Let me tell you why this might be a problem. Let's say, people are posting valid but negative information about the current inhabitant of the White House. And they get, because they are abusing the powers of the president, they find a way to file suit against Facebook, or they're trying to issue sanctions against them. Facebook would then take down that information that might be beneficial to other people. Open Arms Cleaning said infringing on freedom of speech. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Thank you, Open Arms Cleaning. This is definitely an infringement of freedom of speech, and it is also it could be a stifling of the truth. Yes, Melanie, fake news, because people in power could use their ability to sanction Facebook to get them to take down information that they are not happy with, right? So Facebook is not doing this change in policy for our benefit. They are doing it for theirs. They do not want to have to go to court anymore. They don't want to be sued. Mark Zuckerberg don't ever want to have to put a suit on again in his life. He said, look, girl, I like t-shirts and jeans. Keep me out the Congress. So they said, we're going to take down your stuff if somebody complains. All right. Now, there is also another change to the Facebook policy. They have a change about musical performances. Now, we all fell in love with D Nice, and then we had the verses coming on, and people had tried to follow suit. I feel like every other day I see some DJ on the internet playing a set somewhere. Facebook is shutting all that down. They said there's basically an entire section in there talking about if you are creating musical listening experiences for your followers, they are no longer allowing that. So if you are trying to have a listening party for music that is copyrighted, or if you're a DJ playing sets, and I guess you don't have the end that D Nice has, they're going to shut you down. They're very adamant about that. I don't think that putting I do not own the rights to this music is going to help you anymore. Facebook is tired of getting the copyright claims. They said, if y'all are going to be on here doing your DJ sets, we're shutting it down. So tell your DJ friends, okay? All right. Okay, good. So do we have any questions about what Yes, Melanie. Do we have any questions about what Facebook is doing? Any questions or comments? Does anybody have any questions about how this might affect them? Hey, this is why it's important for you to read those terms of service, especially the changes. They are, they are kind enough to give you the notification that, hey, there's some changes, you might want to read them. And you don't even have to read through the whole thing. They tell you, here's exactly the section that's changed, so you can go and read it for yourself, okay? Zephyrina said you have to license to use the music. Absolutely. People are going to need more licenses. There's actually been a movement. I don't know how much traction it's gotten to get some blanket licensing for certain platforms. Open Arms Cleaning asks, can D Nice still DJ? Well, D Nice had a back end deal with Instagram and all those people. So he talked to them. He's been had a license. He has their carte blanche to do what he does. But that is a singular case. You would have to, basically any DJ who wanted to do this would have to go through Instagram and get that permission from Instagram. And it's not a guarantee that you're going to get it. But D-Nice, I'm pretty sure he's okay. He got their information. Melanie Parker said, so if I make a video, I can't use a song to go with it? Not if it's copyrighted, girl. Not if it's copyrighted. I don't understand the whole music thing. I feel it's free promotion. Well, Zephyrina, we are now in the age of streaming. So it's not just every listen is potentially income for an artist. Let's even if it's small. So think about when artists were selling CDs. A CD might sell for $15 to $20. The artist might see 5 cents of that $20, right? It's the same thing with streaming nowadays. Every time you hear a song, that is potential income. I believe 150,000 streams equals one album sale, or 1,500 streams, something like some crazy number of streams counts towards sales towards your album, right? So artists, particularly smaller artists that aren't necessarily the level of like the Beyoncés and the Jay-Z's, they need every play you can get. That's why when you are following all these celebrities and you hear their music in the background, they're playing it over and over again because they're trying to get their stream numbers up, because that means more money in their pocket, okay? All right. So any more questions about that? Any more questions? Hey, any more questions? Hey, because we have a last story that we can cover, and it's very quick, and it's for my DC Comics fans. Any more questions about Facebook's new policies? Yeah, so just be careful with what you're putting on the internet, guys. Don't be like me with my Rihanna flagged YouTube episode. The episode, I will never be able to make money off that episode. I will have to take it down off the internet. Okay? Yes, tonight's popping, girl. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So I think we're done with Facebook's change in the terms of service. I want to remind you guys that you are watching NPL Legal Dish. This is my Monday through Thursday live broadcast where I teach business and legal concepts using... Oh, hold on. Zephyrina has a question. Zephyrina said, let's say I'm working out and have it playing in the background. That would be... No, girl. No, girl. No, girl. Have you ever like gone live on something and there's some music playing in the background and you get the notification from Instagram or Facebook that, we've detected copyrighted material in your live broadcast, we're going to mute you? That's what's going to happen to you if you're working out online and they hear that music. Okay? Whew. All right. So, yes. All right. So, so you're watching NPL Legal Dish, my Monday through Thursday live broadcast where I teach business and legal concepts using pop culture and celebrity news. If you're in the startup phase of your business and you need a legal friend in your ear to help you figure out all that pesky paperwork, that's what I'm here for. Go to linktr.ee/nplconsultingfirm and book your free consultation today. Open Arms Cleaning said use headphones. Open Arms Cleaning, but if you're live broadcasting, your headphones are still going to broadcast that music to your audience. You're welcome, Zephyrina. All right. Okay. So, on to our last story of the evening. Do we have any DC Comics fans in here? If you are a DC fan, give me a DC in the comics. I'm a Marvel girl myself. We just lost King T'Challa. He's gone to be with the ancestors. Okay. Leon Anthony Clothing said, I'm rolling out a new logo. How do I protect it? You want to start using TM in the upper right hand corner. That doesn't give you any legal protection, but it does tell your industry that this is my logo and I'm using it in business while you work on getting your legal registration for your trademark. If you want to get a legally registered trademark, book your free consultation using the link in my bio and we can talk, okay? All right, Zephyrina is a DC fan. Obed is Team Marvel. Open Arms Cleaning said, I'm a Marvel chick, DC too dark. DC is dark. I don't know why they make it so dark. Anyway, did any of y'all watch the short-lived series Swamp Thing? It was on the DC Universe app. How do you do the TM? Now, if you're just, writing it on something, you could just put the TM in the upper right-hand corner. But if you're typing it, there is an actual, if you go to the symbols section of your keyboard or the, what you call that? The menu, the toolbar, there's going to be a bunch of tools and there should be one that says symbols and you should be able to find the trademark symbol in there, okay? All right, so we got a lot of Marvel fans. I think we got about one DC fan. Did anybody catch Swamp Thing on the DC Universe app? I think they might have played it on the CW as well. It was like only one season. It was actually kind of gory. Well, DC Comics, apparently, well, not apparently, but DC Comics, they are pretty sue happy. I found an article today where DC Comics is currently involved in opposing about 6 or 7 applications, trademark applications. But one of them they have actually lost. There is a company called Transamerica Tires, and they filed an application for Swamp Thing tires, right? Oh, y'all didn't watch Swamp Thing? Oh, thank you, Leon Anthony. Yes, so they filed a trademark application for Swamp Thing tires for, auto tires. Now, DC Comics has nothing to do with auto tires. They do, video entertainment and action figures and all that stuff, but they still opposed this application. But Transamerica Tires was able to overcome their opposition and win the trademark for Swamp Thing. So why did I bring this case to you guys? To let you know that just because one company has more money doesn't necessarily mean they're going to win, right? You just have to convince the USPTO that there is enough difference between the two of us that nobody's going to cause any confusion. So Transamerica Tires, they are a tire company. They work on cars. They're not out here making movies. They're not out here making action figures. They're out here helping people get tires on their cars. So there's no reasonable expectation that somebody would see Swamp Thing tires and associate that with DC Comics, right? So do you guys think that that was a good decision or was it a bad decision? If you think it was a good decision by the USPTO, give me a thumbs up. If you think the USPTO got it wrong and they should not have let this tire company trademark Swamp Thing, give me a thumbs down. Okay? Let me know. Hey, let me know. Hey, Murray Bulls, how you doing? You coming in on the tail end of the show. We're about to end very soon. Soon as I get my answer. So y'all think DC Comics should have won or DC Comics should have lost? Let me know what you thought. Because I think this was brilliant. I think that because the article that I saw, if you see the multitude of things that DC Comics is opposing, I think that they're being trademark bullies and they need to be stopped. So I am for this decision. But you might think it's wrong. So let me know what you think about this decision. Do you think Transamerica Tires deserve this Swamp Thing trademark or DC Comics should have gotten it? 76 Grimk said that's an odd name for tires. I don't think it's necessarily an odd name, especially if you need tires for some type of high performance vehicle, like an all-terrain vehicle, you're driving through mud all the time, or you're like a monster truck driver. I think it would be beneficial for that. But yeah. Any more thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, before we close out for the evening? Shawnee, you don't worry about it. You can watch the replay. It's going to be up right after this, girl, okay? Don't even worry about it. All right. So if we don't have any more comments, anything, anybody have questions about this? I think that we can close out here for the evening. We have about 3 minutes. So if you have any other questions about business in general, business formation, I'm here to answer them for you guys. That's why I come up here. Hey, Father Anime. Oh, what a nice name. So now's your time to drop them. We got 2 minutes left now. If you can drop your questions in 2 minutes, I will stay on and answer them. Otherwise, we're going to close out at 8:35. Okay. What else do I want to tell you guys? Make sure you go to linktr.ee/nplconsultingfirm. Subscribe to my YouTube. Subscribe to my podcast. Your girl is trying to get that YouTube money. I'm tired of having, look, I put all this content out on YouTube. I want them to cut me a check. Also, what else? Go check out... Make sure that you're following my stories on Facebook and Instagram because, I always have the polls up there. I like to hear your opinions. All right. So I don't think we have any more questions. So I think we might close it out a little early this evening. But that's okay. The replay will be up in a few moments. Just give me a little bit of time. Have a great night, guys. I always enjoy being around you. Your energy is amazing. Your participation is amazing. You guys are so smart and attentive, and I really enjoy having these conversations with you. So thank you for your participation. And yeah, I remember when I used to do this and nobody used to watch me, and now we got a tribe here, okay? I like it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Have a good night. Take care of yourselves. Oh, wait. Zephyrina said, what happened to the color hearts on Instagram? I don't know, girl. Instagram's always doing something. Who knows? Have a good night, y'all. Bye.